This is Fearlessly Fertile.
Welcome to the Fearlessly Fertile podcast, episode 354. Fertility limits don't apply to me. Your new mantra. Loves, I'm so thrilled to be here with you this week because, man, we are getting super close to the end of 2025. And I thought one of the greatest gifts that I can give you over the course of the next few weeks are some ideas for you to really start to set yourself up for looking at yourself, your journey, your baby, the possibilities for yourself in a completely different way. And the first one that I wanted to share with you is this: fertility limits don't apply to me. It's a bold fucking statement. But if you're serious about getting and staying pregnant and you have a history of quote unquote failure or the statistics, which I don't even care about that shit anymore. Like, if you've been listening to this podcast, you are hearing from women left and right in various ways, all united by the power of mindset, who are making statistics, their age, their diagnosis fucking irrelevant. Yet we are consistently handing our power over to people, possibly well-intentioned, with white coats on, telling us that shit's not possible. But every freaking day we are seeing proof of this, that not only is having a baby with your litany of diagnoses and in your 40s, in your 50s possible, in today's world, it's fucking normal. It's important that you start to shift your paradigm around this topic. That starts with what you're telling yourself about your possibilities. This isn't something random that you're just going to say. It's really an idea and an identity that you must begin to ingrain within yourself. Fertility limits don't apply to me. They just don't. Say it. Say it to yourself right now. Fertility limits, they don't apply to me. And if English is not your native tongue, fucking say it in your mother tongue. Try it on for size. Because most of the time on this journey, we are getting hit left and right with tons of limitations, tons of reasons why we can't do this. And if you are actually going to position yourself for success, it's going to require that you start planting the seeds in your own head for a completely different reality. If you need a reminder, we are the ones that create our experience on this journey. People are going to try to tell you, oh, that's bullshit. No, it's not. You can have two people sitting next to each other in the same fertility clinic having two fucking diametrically opposed experiences. One that is in a place where she knows how the story ends. She's going to tell herself, nope, I don't care what it takes. I don't care how long. I'm not leaving without my baby. And then you're going to have somebody else who's scared of her own shadow, full of fear, doubt, worry, shame, jealousy, because she hasn't done the work. She has not awakened the awareness within her to understand she's controlling the experience. And not only is she controlling the experience, she can control the team that she brings in with her. Look, when you're serious about a goal, you're not going to go in there like solo. You've got to start building a team around you that believes in you. And part of that is having a team that is rooted in the notion fertility limits don't apply to me. Think about that. If we just step out of this for one moment and apply that idea to the way you select your team, who are the physicians that you might bring in? Who are the coaches that you might bring in? You've got to make sure that anyone that has a front row seat on your journey is not a hating ass bitch. You got to make sure that that person isn't quietly throwing shade on your ass in the chart. You want all hands on deck, everybody's freaking ovaries deep on a hell yes to you and your vision. Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't maybe some tweaks, some subtle shifts in the plan and some flexibility. But at the end of the day, if you are a woman who has ingrained in her heart, mind, body, and soul that fertility limits don't apply to me, watch what kind of results you start to create. When you come from that mindset, you are going to be far more selective about who you bring in. You're going to ask different questions. You're going to feel a different sense of empowerment, license, agency, and more importantly, some fucking authority. I've watched women from ages 28, which sounds really young, like who struggles there, but you'd be surprised, to fucking 54 make stats age, diagnosis, fucking irrelevant. Part of what you can start doing for yourself is really take the stand. Fertility limits don't apply to me. I know that's probably going to be rattling some chains for some of you, but if you don't take up space on your journey and more importantly, in your own mind about what you are going to do with your life, what you're going to do with your time on this journey, what the fuck are you doing? This is the power of mindset. Like, this is the thing that so often is the missing link is your attitude, your belief in yourself, the way that you approach this, the way that your own belief system is impacting your nervous system. Are your thoughts keeping you in fight or flight, or are you thinking like a woman who does not believe that limits apply to her? Think about it, ladies. We see people in so many different walks of life who either accept limitations or fucking bust through them. Which side of the aisle you end up on is entirely up to you. I have seen through my own work, you've seen these women on this podcast. In my own coaching practice, I see women rise like the freaking phoenix they are, completely making their past irrelevant by beginning to play with this idea that I can go beyond the limits of fertility medicine. That's the essence of what I do. Every single day when I am coaching, I am helping women take themselves beyond the limits of fertility medicine. So I want you to take some time. I know that this could be a little bit challenging around the holidays, but you know what? Here's the deal. There's never been a better time for you to be fucking crystal clear on who you're going to be in 2026. Are you going to be the woman that accepts limits on her fertility, or are you going to be the woman that busts right through any limits that are presented to her and gets to the end of the year pregnant or holding her baby? Think about it. Exactly a year from now, December 2026, you could be in a very different position. You could have a big old belly. You could be holding a baby. All of those things are possible. And from where you stand today, the landscape is wide open. Who fills that landscape? You. Say it again. Fertility limits don't apply to me. Say it with gusto. Say it with flair. Say it in a way that you can get emotionally attached to this idea. I know that there are going to be some of you that hear this and say, but what if I'm wrong? Well, what if you're fucking right? You know what living this journey in fear and doubt has done to you mentally. You feel what it's done to you physically. Remember, your body follows your mind. And, you look at athletes who are in the gym throwing thousands of three-pointers like Steph Curry, Venus Williams, is out there working, their mental game is freaking everything. How does that not apply to your journey? Try on this idea. Give yourself the opportunity to walk with the stance of a woman that says, nope, those limits don't apply to me. Think about people you admire in many different walks of life. Do they walk around in limitation? Do they anticipate failure? Or are they expecting success? In that simple statement, fertility limits don't apply to me, it says a lot. It says a lot about you. It says a lot about what you think of yourself. And it also says a lot about how ovaries deep you're willing to go. Are you willing to break the rules and be the woman who gets pregnant easily in her 40s or 50s? Are you willing to be the woman that is done with these arbitrary limits based on age, time, money, you name it? I bet that every single one of you could probably rattle off at least 15 reasons why you can't do this. And they're all based on the fucking past. If you want to create a different fertility future, it starts with the premise that not only do you deserve a different future, but that you, yes, you can actually have a different future. Play with the sound of that statement. How does it make you feel? What does it feel like reverberating in your mouth? How does it hit your tympanic membrane? Notice how you feel in your body as you say it. Fertility limits, they don't apply to me. Fertility limits don't apply to me. Those limits, yeah, they don't apply to me. Not one bit. Try it out in many different ways. Say it in funny voices if you have to. But this is the genesis of your shift in identity that begins now by claiming the identity of a woman for whom fertility limits, they just don't apply. This is a skill set, ladies. I know that you're going to be like, well, Rosanna, it feels great for me to play with this idea, but what next? What you have to do next, now that you say those words, is begin to learn the skill set of backing those words up with the way you think consistently on a daily basis, with the actions that you take as a result of those thoughts and beliefs, and start to create new results. Thoughts, beliefs, actions, results. It's logical, linear, and true. This is a mantra that gets you started, but it is your decision to actually be that woman that's going to make all the difference in the world, mama. Fertility limits, they don't apply to me. And if you want my help getting there, that is what my ladies are internet famous for doing all over the world from ages 28 to 54. Go to my website, www.frommaybe2baby.com, and apply for an interview there. My methodology has helped women around the world make their mom dreams come true, and their results speak for themselves, mama. If you don't have a mindset for success on this journey, baby, you got a gaping hole in your strategy. If you truly want to be the woman for whom fertility limits don't apply, who breaks the rules and is laughing all the way to her nursery, www.frommaybe2baby.com. Till next time, change your mindset, change your results.
Love this episode of the Fearlessly Fertile podcast? Subscribe now and leave an awesome review. Remember, the desire in your heart to be a mom is there because it was meant for you. When it comes to your dreams, keep saying hell yes.